Welcome back to Sky Spearfishing. On this episode, myself and John go and explore Neist Point Lighthouse. We launch the boat from Milovaig and take the boat round the coast to Neist Point. The weather was absolutely perfect with the sea light glass, which is what you need for a spot like this. This is an area I've wanted to dive for a long time. However, I've been put off by the challenging conditions and the danger of it all. This is an area that's really not for the faint-hearted. If you get the conditions wrong, you'll end up in the Wester Isles. We quickly realised there was a lot of big fish around, so start to dive, and this was by no means easy diving. There was a lot of current, but it was very good fun, so I'll show you the clips from this and I hope you enjoy it. One thing I'd just like to touch on here briefly is how important it is to care for your catch properly. Once you've dispatched your fish, it's important to make sure that you bleed them by cutting underneath the gills. This massively improves the eating quality of your fish.
You need a second shot. John, do you want me to go second shot it? I'll take it. Or free it.
No, just use it.
Free it.
Yeah, boy, just use the rest on it.
Okay. What's the story with that one then? Does it just come straight in or? Right.
Tide was flowing so strong at this point that even at anchor the propeller was spinning in neutral, which is the first time I've came across this. It really was something else. We ended up holding onto the boat prior to our dives, then taking our dive, and upon our dive we'd surface and then we'd come to a float which we'd position about 40 metres behind the boat in order to hold on to catch our breath, and then we'd kick back up to the boat and start again. So after not too many dives of doing that, we opted to call it a rest until the tide had decided to ebb.
We're gonna be burnt out in a matter of half hour at this rate.
Due to how strong the tide was running at this point, we opted to leave the lighthouse and head over to the Ramsay Peninsula where we went to explore there. So we had a few dives here, we shot a few nice pollock, and we also came across this massive shoal of collie, which was really cool to see. Then we tried some deeper dives onto some sand to try and find some flatties. However, there was no flatties around. Once the tide had started to ebb, we decided to go back round to the lighthouse where we finished off doing some variable weight dives. I thought I'd finish this video off with something a little different and take you through an entire dive, a particularly deep one using variable weight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some drone footage. There's a wee timer in the corner there. If you just want to sit back, relax, get yourself as chilled as possible, and then at the end of the timer take a really deep breath in and then follow me through this dive. The drone footage you see here was shot over Loch Snizer, facing out towards the Wester Isles as the sun sets. So getting down to the bottom in about 28 metres of water here, I position myself next to this rock and I can see a wee cuckoo wrasse down on my right hand side, and I can see quite a few nice pollock around the 4 pound mark kind of cruising in. All of these pollock would have been an easy shot, however I'd already had plenty of fish for the day and I didn't feel the need to take any more. I just enjoyed being down there. It was also interesting to see how the fish at that depth were less shy and came quite close. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.